Although many weight-conscious individuals believe skipping meals is the best way to manage one's weight, it may be one of the worst. In today's live-fast society, breakfast is a dying meal, and skipping it can sow the seeds for a lifetime of bad eating habits. Skipping breakfast usually results in people being so ravenously hungry when lunch comes around that they eat significantly more than they would have if they'd eaten first thing in the morning. Furthermore, when overwhelming hunger strikes, people typically eat whatever food is available rather than preparing a healthy, well-balanced meal. This cycle continues the following day when these guilt-ridden calorie counters wake up with fresh resolve and minimal hunger, only to once again skip the first meal of the day and stuff themselves later on. Eating regular, well-timed meals, including breakfast, helps stabilize blood sugar, which in turn quells hunger and helps people control their weight. Breakfast is important for other reasons as well. Many studies have shown that people who eat breakfast are far ahead of those who skip breakfast when it comes to nutrient intake and maintaining a lean physique. Those who eat breakfast are also ahead in terms of mental and physical performance, thanks to a better blood glucose level. Your brain and nerve cells require glucose for energy, so low blood sugar impairs your ability to think and react. But what are the reasons why people skip breakfast? Is it lack of time, financial constraints, or is it simply not a priority for the many more? In this programme, we hear the views of Dr. Chris Steele, and we take a look at how one of the big players in breakfast cereals is working with healthcare professionals by offering practical hints and tips to help advise patients on healthy eating.
Breakfast every morning, as your first meal of the day, it's extremely important health-wise. You're breaking the fast. Hence breakfast. And the fast is you've been asleep for 8 hours. You may not have eaten for 10 hours. So when you get up to face the day, you've got no energy flowing around in your bloodstream, and you need fuel for physical activity and also for brain activity, and that fuel should come from your breakfast. And if you don't have breakfast, of course, you're going to have low blood sugar, you're going to be tired, irritable. Your brain, the fuel your brain needs is sugar. And if the low sugar levels are in your blood, then you haven't got fuel for the brain. So concentration, activities, memory are all affected. So, it's a vital meal to get you kick-started for the rest of the day.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because, that's the time that your body needs to break down the foods and give you the most energy to go through the day. And it's also one of the healthiest meals in the day because it sustains you for the day, and it's you've got the whole day to digest that food. And that way, if you eat a big breakfast in the morning, you won't be eating a massive meal in the evening. You wouldn't feel that you need to eat a massive meal in the evening.
The reason why breakfast is so important, it gives you energy and it helps your brain to be stimulated so you can think more clearly, and you can do really well, whether it's at uni, whether it's at work, and just basically it helps to maintain a healthy diet as well.
Breakfast is the most important meal of the day because your body wakes up tired and hungry, so you're giving your body the energy to start the day right and just keeping your body ticking over. Because if you don't eat breakfast, your body's going to be hungry all day, you're going to be grouchy, you're going to be tired.
It's remarkable that breakfast is such an important meal of the day, and yet 1 in 5 people actually skip breakfast. Now in fact, it's quite understandable. I mean, we've got 4 kids. And when they're younger, in the morning, it's just chaos. You're racing against the clock. So if you've got children, you're racing against the clock. They don't want to be late for school. They haven't got ready. You can't find the school things. Adults, they're leaving things to the last minute. They've got to get to work. They've got to, get through the traffic, catch a bus, catch the tube, etc. So I think in the mornings, we're all suffering from rush disease. We're rushing to get on to the first work of the day, and because of that, breakfast suffers, and we don't sit down and have breakfast as we used to. It might just be a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and you're away, and that's a terrible shame, because without breakfast inside you, you're not fired up with that initial source of energy to keep you going physically and mentally.
Well, in the mornings I usually never eat. I just kind of pig out on something later on in the day, which is not good. But when I do have a healthy, balanced diet, it's really good because I feel strong, I feel healthier throughout the day.
I always make sure I have my cereal every morning. Unlike him, he usually has his fry up every morning, so I'm always energised in the evening. You know, make sure I'm always active, eating healthy food, usually my 5 a day.
Cereal's better than a fry up in the morning because it's easier, it's more convenient, it's quicker. I don't have time to cook up and fry up, so cereal's ready to go, quite easy and nutritious.
I think at breakfast time, cereals are an ideal food. They're easy to prepare, it's instant. And when you look at cereals, of course, okay, there's a vast selection, but you know, a lot of the cereals now are fortified, you know, with folic acid, various vitamins, iron, vitamin C, etc. And a lot of them are a good source of fibre. A lot of them contain whole grains, which of course are extremely good for you. And when you've got cereals that contain fibre and whole grains, they're releasing the energy very slowly. They're known as low glycemic index foods, low GI foods. And low GI foods control the release of glucose into your bloodstream, so you don't just get a sugar rush and then the sugar level drops, and then mid-morning you're hungry and then you're looking for something to eat, and it's usually an unhealthy quick snack, high fat, high sugar content snack. So, you know, with a cereal, you know, hopefully with most cereals you're going to get this effect of maintaining your blood sugar through the mid-morning time. And therefore that actually, you know, deters you from snacking. And there's a lot of evidence out there that people who do have cereal breakfasts, they are fitter, they don't have obesity problems, etc. So, I mean, there are all sorts of benefits. You know, compared to having a full English breakfast, high fat, high calorie intake, I think cereals are an ideal start. And when you look at the evidence, you know, a cereal, you know, maybe with a fruit juice, is a pretty good start to the day.
For me, a healthy breakfast is cereal and a banana in the morning, because it gives you the main things you need in the morning. Whereas if I have a fry up, it's going to be all the fatty foods, and it won't digest as quick as a healthy breakfast would, and doesn't give me the vital like vitamins and minerals I need in the morning.
A healthy breakfast for me would be watermelon, apples, orange, bran flakes, cornflakes, porridge, things with no fat in it, basically, no cooking oil or anything like that.
Kellogg is one of the most well-known brands in the world, producing more than 40 different breakfast cereals. Kellogg has a long and well-documented heritage of supporting community projects in the UK, with a strong theme of promoting healthy, active lifestyles. Kellogg say their range of breakfast cereals cater for the differing tastes within the family. Let's hear from Kellogg nutritionist Sarah Colley to find out more.
Kellogg's was founded on the principle of providing quality products for a healthy lifestyle, and on the philosophy that good nutrition and active lifestyle can help improve health. 100 years on, this is still at the heart of the business, probably even more important today than ever before. It's not just about providing nutritious quality food and encouraging people to have breakfast. It's about providing information so consumers can be educated and make healthy lifestyle choices. We do this through messages on pack, whether it be about nutrition or the GDAs on the front of pack so consumers know exactly what they're getting, and also more detailed information on lifestyle and nutrition on our website kellogg's.co.uk. We also constantly challenge ourselves to improve our product range, not just through new products but constantly improving the products we have at the moment. So for example, we have a salt reduction program that's been going for 13 years, meaning now we have 55% less salt in our products. We also engage with the government and a partner for the Change for Life program. So it's not just about our great product range, it's about education for the consumer for a healthy lifestyle. We employed our first dietitian in Kellogg's back in 1923, and today we have 7 registered dietitians and nutritionists here in the UK. Part of our role is to provide free information for healthcare professionals on a broad range of topics to help them advise and educate their patients. We've used external experts to ensure that these are credible resources, so they're for healthcare professionals and written by healthcare professionals. These include anything from leaflets and booklets through to CD-ROMs on a broad range of topics, from cardiovascular disease to general healthy eating to family eating and just general nutrient information. We also invest in the provision of CPD modules for dietitians and nurses through dietetics magazines and Nursing in Practice. We also have a dedicated website called Health Zone, in which these resources can be ordered or downloaded for free, as well as other reports and publications that are hopefully helpful in your practice.
Eating a healthy breakfast is important for people at different stages of their life. It is very important for children to have a breakfast. I mean, for example, one of my daughters is a teacher, and she can tell when the children come into the classroom which children have had a breakfast or not. The ones who've had a breakfast, they can concentrate, they problem solve, they're quite well behaved. The ones that haven't had a breakfast and have been rushed out by the parents, they've usually gone to the corner shop and bought some sweets or some crisps on their way in, or a highly coloured drink. And those kids, they come in, and my daughter says they're misbehaved, they're hyperactive, they've got these chemicals in the system instead of a good, natural, healthy breakfast. So it's extremely important for children that they have breakfast every morning. And for adults, of course, you know, whatever your job, you need to be alert, you need to be able to concentrate, you don't want to feel tired or irritable during the day. And, you know, to start off the day with, you know, a sweet coffee by itself, that's not the way to start the day. I mean, you can have your coffee, but have a breakfast, have a cereal, have some fruit juice as well. At least you've got the energy flowing through your bloodstream to maintain physical and brain activity through the morning.
Having a fry-up is, I think it's only good now and again. You know, if you're going to have a fry-up every day, it's very unhealthy. It's just loads of cholesterol, very high in fats, you know, high in triglycerides. Whereas if you're having, you know, a cereal for breakfast, you know, that contains lots of fibre, lots of good nutrients, and that obviously is much more healthier.
I've noticed if I have like a fat fry-up for breakfast in the morning, I feel a lot more tired in the afternoons. Whereas if I have cereal and a banana in the morning, I feel more energetic. I feel like I can like go longer.
I think the cereal companies do a pretty good job in promoting the healthy aspects of cereals for breakfast time. I mean, first of all, a lot of the cereals are fortified. A lot of the cereals are high in fibre, which is extremely good health-wise. And when you look at the large cereal companies, you know, they are very responsible. They have huge departments that do research in nutrition, and they don't make flippant statements. They've done their research, and of course, yes, they're going to market the health benefits of their cereals. That's quite understandable. But to be honest, I think they do a very good job, and I'm quite impressed with them. You know, the big ones, you look at the labels, there's a lot of information on there. And of course, the cereal is such an easy, convenient food. It's a convenience food that's easy to prepare and quick to eat.
As we've seen, eating a healthy breakfast is the best way to start off the day. The experts don't say this without reason. Like fuel is needed for a vehicle to move, breakfast is needed by the body to get energy and perform well. Skipping breakfast is a no-no when it comes to health. It's important to make time for it every morning, either at home, on the way to work, or in the office. Be it children, teenagers, adults or seniors, everyone needs breakfast to start the day on a healthy note.